Hello, welcome to another video on a Scouring Early Access. Today's match is going to be a 4v4 game with me, the perfect gamer, my allies, Sixes, Ali Jabel, and almanov. And my enemies is going to be Attila, Dingy Code, Svetly97, and Sparrow. And pretty much how this breaks down is me and almanov are pretty decent at the game. These two players are somewhat new, and all of these players are relatively experienced, so I didn't think we would have much of a chance of winning unless we did some kind of rush to try and kill one of the players, which is pretty much what my game plan was. And coincidentally, I did spawn next to my ally, almanov. And so, it was an actual possible opportunity for us to work together, I guess you could say. And over here I spawn as a Cyan Orc player. And I just do the warrior build order, because now the potion crate mechanic was changed a bit. And now potions are extremely cheaper to get. But I guess they're just slightly more annoying to access, because you need to make a potion crate. He has 10 potions now. Then after all of them are picked up, it gets destroyed, so you just have to make a few potions crates to get the amount of potions that you want. And basically, that's pretty much all I was doing. All the warriors trying to get some levels before doing an attack together with the yellow player. Over here, the yellow orc. That's pretty much what I told yellow over here. Now almanov is playing his yellow orc. I guess he's doing a single warrior into all the archers, you could say. Over here, the red player, Sixes, playing as a red human. And it does look like he's doing archer build order. But of course he's a new player, so you can see he only has about 2 archers by the time yellow has around 4. So there's a way to get better. But I guess you just have to play more to understand how all the timings and everything else works. Anyways, the orange player, Ali Jabel, was also doing a pretty much same build order as the red player, but he has just a few more units and more stuff, you could say. Over here, the enemies, purple orc player, Dingy Code, looks like he's doing a archer build order, but he does have a few warriors, I guess, to be some kind of frontline meat shield as far as archers. And over here, the blue orc player, Attila. He just did the normal archers only build order. And the final, I guess almost final enemy, the black enemy, Svetly97, playing as black orcs. Looks like he's doing a warrior build as well, to I guess get a meaty front line. And he is kind of leveling up his warriors, so over time they're going to be a little difficult to deal with. And the final enemy is also orc. So pretty much all the enemies are playing orc, because it is a just better race, I guess you could say, competitively. And final enemy, Sparrow, playing as white orc. Looks like he's doing all the warriors also. And I guess getting a forge, maybe to get a few cannons. Not really sure why. And pretty much at this point, I managed to clear a troll over here, killed a few wolves, and then build all these potions you can see here, or crates. And after you click them, they kind of get deleted, so you have to rebuild more, but this is also a funny way to get potions in the front line. can just build a potion crate and quickly equip your units with potions. So here at the same time as we're attacking the white player here, the purple player was just bullying the red new player, I guess you could say. And here we begin to attack, and this is a little unfortunate when you're being the white player here, because you can't really do much. You didn't expect to be attacked right away. You have to quickly research the bow ability to try and do the best you can. And here I'm making these crates inside of the enemy's base, so I could potentially get a few more potions for my warriors here. But of course, the Lich here is somewhat helping out my enemies here. Just kind of slowing down our attack and just waste the time of my warriors. So they're going to be distracted by these skeletons. Tried to get a barracks here, but I probably should have just made a guard tower. And here we are pretty much, I guess, decided to fight. And my enemy doesn't really have that many potions. I think the potions he has is the potions from the units of mine that died and dropped their potions. And here pretty much I just had way less units probably. And blue was target firing my warriors, which dropped potions for the bike orcs, so that was a little funny, I guess. How having potions can backfire sometimes. And pretty much at this point, we kind of failed to kill an enemy. And so we just kind of fed a lot of XP and gold to our enemies here. But I guess we didn't give up, because that would be a bit too boring, so might as well try and continue playing. And over here, the black bear decides to attack the yellow. Just being super annoying. Killed a cannon, which are very expensive to get. And I guess my allies just are not getting distracted by the enemy. We're here with purple player after already capturing these two outposts. I guess he didn't feel like just throwing away his army here. He decides to take the middle tower. Especially because everyone else was being distracted. Or I guess probably because these two players are new, so they're going to be more defensive. They're going to be hanging out in their base more likely. And just having a few cannons is going to be very annoying to run into, so there's also a good defensive decision. And we have the purple player pretty much secured this middle tower. And here I'll just clearing some neutrals, just doing my own thing. But I guess yellow was, I guess, hard pressed, or whatever word for it. Determined, I guess, to finish off the white player, so he just kept on telling me to go attack. And I thought I could just slowly maybe kill a few things along the way, but I'm like, whatever, fine. And I'll just send whatever army I have here. Warriors and archers. And of course, in the meantime, you want to be doing things when you're attacking. So you can be spending your resources. So I made a second base. Making a muncher cave. Already made a forge. So I was just thinking of getting a few munchers. And then potentially getting the tier 3. And over here, the blue archers get bombarded to death by the yellow cannons. Over here we're pretty much just finishing out the white player. You can't really do anything anymore. He just has a lot of workers. And here for some reason the blue player runs away. Instead of trying to hold his ground over here. Maybe because of a black player. It's kind of next to purple here. So I guess maybe blue thought they're going to be attacking in the north here. But then black decides to go over here for some reason. Not really sure why. I guess he was just clearing this. But I guess I'm not sure why they didn't think we would be attacking next. There's all the cannons here, and by the time they go back home here, they're going to be dead. So might as well just keep on attacking, I guess. And so here the black bird starts to starve, which is also great for me. Because I can pick off these fat munchers here. But of course, in the meantime, he did pick off a few of these reinforcements of the yellow player. And so pretty much yellow just has all the cannons here. And here I managed to go on top of this town hall. While the blue player was just running around the map the whole time. And so I am going to be able to take down this town hall. It's going to be very annoying for the black player. So he's going to have to waste his time remaking a tier 2 town hall before getting a tier 3. And here I saw that. Not going to be really changing the outcome of this battle much, so I just tried to target fire as many workers as I could. While in the meantime, of course, producing munchers and other things. And over here, orange tried to attack, be annoying. Over here, my little force finally comes to an end. I guess orange is just being annoying, not really killing many workers, but just not allowing purple to get any resources. And somehow, with the determination of the yellow player, we managed to somehow eliminate the white player. Which turns the game into 4v3, but of course the purple player decides to change that, I guess, position of the game. So this is going to be turning into a 3v3 very soon. Because the red player is not going to be able to defend himself for long. And here I guess the black player manages to catch all of these warriors here. And I guess I kind of didn't pay attention here. So all these munchers are going to be dying now. So unfortunate, because I was kind of busy building things here. So on top of my ally losing his warriors, I do lose about 5 munchers for nothing. And in the meantime, while the the blue player was dying here, I decided to push away these warriors. Or I guess run them down. And pretty much at this point, the black player doesn't really have much of a choice but to try and snipe a muncher or two. Because if he would try to run, I'll just run him down and then kill his warriors anyway, so might as well try and kill any muncher you can. And I guess here, managed to clean up these warriors, which coincidentally give me all the levels for my munchers, which I'm gonna need when trying to fight this army of enemies here. Because I did see that orange was being under attack. There's other warriors here, so I was thinking of attacking here after clearing these wolves here. So the wolves wouldn't be eating my workers. And here you can see the orange player finishes a castle. And then now I'm going to be trying to help him out. But looking back, I guess he probably should have just canceled his castle and then started the upgrade again. So these warriors wouldn't be able to destroy it. But I guess that's just too much of a high level tactic. So I guess that is something interesting to think about. Here you can see my whole army's made out of all the level 3 munchers. They're pretty much going to be destroying everything here, but I am pretty much going to fail at saving my allies' buildings here, because I can't really stop these warriors. But I guess what I did do is just clean up all these units. So my orange ally has some, I guess, time to rebuild. In the meantime, Yellow attacked in the bottom here, but even though he had more munchers here, just a few warriors just can slow down your munchers from doing the right damage to the enemy munchers. They're pretty much for effective meat shields here. And we can see here, I already have a third base. Trying to pump out all the munchers. Made a altar. Try and get the rage. So I could actually fight the enemies more effectively. And of course here my main base runs out. So I just decided to transfer my workers, I guess, somewhere in the bottom here. And here some wolves were munching me here, but I did manage to get the bow ability. Just put some workers here to kill all of them, so now my base is not going to be under pressure of the wolves any longer. And here somehow my ally managed to bait in the enemies here. And so we did get to kill a few of their munchers for free. And here I think I remember that there was all the workers here from black, so I thought I could just run in here and kill a good amount of them and then run away. But I guess I was already here, so I decided to try and maybe destroy this citadel, but I probably should have just ran in here and killed these workers instead. But I guess probably I was just a little confused. And so here I see that it's kind of becoming a big waste of munchers, so I decided to not throw everything away. For doing that not so great tactic, I just decided to regroup here. And then to try and get a few cannons, which I also tell the Yo player to get. Because without cannons you can't really get rid of these units on top. And with the help of the artillery, you can actually just destroy enemy bases very effectively. So here we can see blue has auto munchers. Purple is also making munchers, but I guess a bit slower because he did make auto cannons. And I guess here, blue and purple decide to run in the north here. Maybe to attack orange or to attack me here. And here I saw yellow set to attack in the bottom, so I decided to run here. But I guess maybe I didn't realize that he said it to everyone in the chat, so the enemies also saw that message. So they decide to do the opposite thing and just attack in the north. Which is why I'm going to be losing this base now for free. And now orange is going to be in the threat of being eliminated, I guess, by these purple munchers. Or I guess this double team of purple and blue. But in the meantime, yellow manages to take out this base, which is pretty nice because it's going to be destroying the economy of the purple. And here the black player decides to sacrifice a few munchers for some of my workers. And here I send in my reinforcements to try and help out yellow before he gets destroyed by these angry munchers. And here pretty much blue decides to run away. But purple decides to sacrifice his munchers because he wanted to destroy his stables. Gonna, I guess, not allow the orange player to produce any more cavaliers, which is a little annoying. But I guess he thought it was worth it. But now we can see enemies are kind of running out of gold. They have roughly one base of gold left. It's not really expanding. Not really sure why. I guess we did try, but yellow was over here being annoying. So the bottom is under threat of under attack. But we could have easily expanded here, which is, I guess, only now they're deciding to expand. But that's a little too late. Because I did make one of these potions, or potion crates again. And then pretty much all of my munchers have potions, double potions. And I have a few cannons, which I'm going to be using to do an effective assault on the enemy. And I guess I did research for Death Cloud for a few warlocks, but I guess I kind of forgot to make a few warlocks. But anyways, I was kind of busy here trying to take the middle tower. Because if I take this tower, then this base becomes very safe, you could say. And I can attack into the bottom of this Black Bear's base. But I guess a few stragglers did get killed here. But I eventually get to clean up this dark tower. Just making a few archers I could use to just defend in this base, I guess. But of course, in the meantime, the blue player decides to go and attack me. I guess after killing the army of orange player. But now I decide to run home to try and take care of this. Because blue did kind of kill my food economy very effectively. And I guess over here, yellow was trying to attack as well. But I guess he kind of charged his munchers in instead of trying to clear out these defensive positions before running in out of your own munchers. Of course, over here, it's sort of funny that the blue player, in the meantime, when he was busy charging into my main base here, he kind of forgot to look at his own base, and now it's overrun with a lot of these skeletons, which are not going to be despawning because of skeletons that the witch spawns. They'll last forever until they're killed. So that's sort of funny here. But in my base, I also have a witch. But I guess I didn't really care that much. Because I thought this cannon was good enough to take care of this, which looks like it is the case. I'll be losing a few workers, but I guess it's not a big deal. And finally I have the food surplus here, so I can finally start attacking once more. And I did get this middle tower, so just throwing a few archers here is going to be pretty annoying for anyone to run through here. But the enemies don't really have much gold left, so they don't have much to fight with anyways. Here I just begin attacking. And here I just throw my munchers in instead of bombarding before attacking, because I just have an overwhelming amount of them here. And here pretty much the black bear doesn't really have much left. And thanks to my cannons here, just clean up most of his archers. It's gonna allow me to take out his buildings way more efficiently. Or pretty much with less muncher losses. And I guess in the meantime I was killing this base. Blue player decides to attack in the north here. Maybe because he knows he can't take a direct fight with my muncher army. But we can see the enemy has auto archers and a few cannons. Just gonna make it a little annoying to take care of. But somehow it does look like it's not really losing much, so I can easily take this down. But right now I begin attacking his main base. And pretty much eventually we're going to be destroying his food economy. So here, blue manages to take out the orange player. Or pretty much most of him here. He still has a building here, so he's not going to be eliminated yet. But he's pretty much dead. And here, pretty much I'll just finishing up the final set of armies here, you could say. Army of cannons. And so here, we're pretty much finishing up this base. Blue can't really save himself, and so now he decides to maybe attack my main base, but we just had too many reinforcements here for Yo and my munchers here. And of course I kind of ran out of gold everywhere. So I did send some workers on the bottom here to get some gold. Even though I pretty much had plenty of gold, I didn't really need any more, but I guess I'll just doing my macro for fun. And over here we're fighting the few last units of a purple player. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it. We're somehow able to win, even though we had two very new players. But I guess enemies just didn't manage to work together effectively. Maybe you're just running around the map aimlessly at times, I guess. Which allowed me to kill all their armies. And they are being a threat towards our main bases, I guess. And I guess thanks to Almanov, he did persevere and just pretty much push us to try and kill the white player, which allowed us to have a somewhat even fight. And I guess that's pretty much it. Anyways, if you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos on the Scouring Early Access, then you can subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.